What time is it?
Dame time.
Thank you, man. We didn't even have to, I didn't even have to tell her. She already knew. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these upcoming bad boys right here, man. This right here is the Adidas Dame 8. So first things first, I grabbed these from ID for Shoes. They're an overseas seller that has an eBay page. I've been buying from them for about a decade, and these are one of at least 2 colorways. They might have more by the time you see this. Also, we do have a giveaway for our Discord, 12 Days of Kicksmas. It's gonna be these guys right here. Apparently I blew the load in the last video a little too early, so you're gonna have to find out what this is later. 8 shoes. That's pretty cool. It's not, what are we on? 36 with Jordan, 19 with LeBron, 9 with Curry. Ooh, they're very close.
Or Infinity.
Oh, Kyrie?
Yeah.
It is the 8. I finally got confirmation. Okay, so the Kyrie Infinity is called the Kyrie Infinity, but it's also just a play on the 8, and then when you turn it, and it's a small tribute for Kobe, who everybody knows Kyrie was a big fan of. So that's what that is, but we're not talking about those, we're talking about these. These feel like one hell of a shoe. I thought that the 7 was okay. We filmed that in the middle of a pandemic. Court time was like really limited. Man, that felt, look, the last 2 years has been weird. The year that those 7s came out, gyms were still all shut down. I was getting private invites. It felt like I was doing something illegal. You know what I mean? Like we were doing private runs in weird churches and all kinds of stuff on everywhere, man. It was super weird. I didn't like it. And yeah, I just remember being in there and always being like anxious and like having like this weird like feeling in my stomach, you know what I mean? Like anxiety and I'm so glad that we're almost through this. At least I hope so. It feels like it, because now I could go to 24 again, and like, it's not a bad thing. The way that it kind of used to be. But anyways, I did like the Dame 7s. I just didn't do a performance review because I couldn't get a lot of court time. I do have a second pair of the Dame Gnosis. People like those, I don't like those. But anyways, these guys are the Dame 8s. I think this is the best looking Dame that we've seen in a long time. But the outsole right here, man, look at that pattern, dude. Like this actually carries over some stuff from the 7. So like the Thunderbolt thing, that's on the outside, but the inside is weight bone. It's an old school Adidas thing. I love it. Right here, you can actually see the foam poking through. That's actually Bounce Pro. What is Bounce Pro? I think it's just a dual density setup. I don't think it's like a better version of Bounce. I think that it's just a different version or different implementation of the same cushion. So I believe the white sections, or on this particular shoe, it's gray, but basically the bottom half, it's soft, it's fluffy, bouncy. It's everything that Bounce should be. I love it. And then the black section, that top liner, is actually a firmer foam. So that's kind of like the, I don't want to call it like a carrier because it's not housing the bounce and everything like that, but it definitely is like a support layer. So it's a little bit firmer, it cups the foot a little bit better. It's for stability and all that stuff. And then the under layer is the main source of cushion. So the heel of the shoe feels hella bouncy. The forefoot of the shoe, not as much, but again, that's where a lot of your weight is. That's where you're like moving and twisting, turning, torque, lateral movements, all that kind of stuff. So you want a little bit more stability in that section, and that's what these guys are supposed to be offering. Now the materials on these are pretty much in line with what we've seen with the past couple of models. So we got a lot of textiles on here. We got a few fused and synthetic overlays. This particular one, like there's nothing really premium on them. That is basically what we can expect out of signature shoes nowadays. We just don't get premium materials like we used to. But the bonus to this is they're ultra lightweight. They're very quick to break in, and they'll also be a lot more breathable than something like a leather or a suede and all that stuff. I do like this though. This weird ass pull tab on the side is just like randomly there. I think that's really cool. Also, we have a little reflective hit right here on the back where it says Dame. These threads are not reflective. They just look like it in the flash, but it's not reflective, just that. Now the insole is, I think,
the same as the 7s.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's like I know that everybody's got like a cheap insole and stuff like that, like all the footwear manufacturers, but I think Adidas might have the worst. Like Adidas really does have the cheapest insoles anywhere. Like I don't know why they do this, but, and I'm being facetious, I do know why they do this. It's the cost cutting thing, okay? So they're saving a lot of money on that. But these guys right here, like I said, you can pull them straight out, swap them out for these things right here. It's extra cushion, arch support, torsional support if you need it. If you wanted the Game Day Pro, that one's got the stronger plate. We do have a review on these guys. Dame is actually co-founder of this brand. Not a surprise, okay? Not a surprise. So yeah, so if you're interested in these guys, these things are compatible with this. They are compatible, by the way, with every shoe that you can take the insole out of. So not drop-in midsoles, but every shoe that's not one of those. So Kobe 8, Kobe 9, what else is there?
LeBron's.
The LeBron 11.
Yeah.
Is there any recent shoes with drop-ins? Did that die?
It's like a dinosaur.
It's just extinct? Okay, but they're still around floating around.
Yeah,
you know? So
like
maybe
turtles.
I guess I'll go with that. I was gonna say like the white rhino, but that might be a little bit different, and they might be extinct by now.
I think you're thinking of the blackhorn rhino.
I thought that it was like an albino rhino.
Oh, bars.
That just clicked. Now, as far as fit is concerned, they actually fit quite long. So I would recommend at least going down half a size. I would actually recommend waiting till they arrive in stores, just to be sure. If you have something like an ankle brace or an orthotic, you might be good going true to size, but for me personally, I would like a more snug fit, which is weird because the Dame 6 I did go down half a size. The Dame 7 I did not. The Dame 7 fit good. So these ones are back to their usual program of fitting a half size large. So if you were interested, like I was saying, highly recommend going down at least a half a size. Also, the insides of these, like they might cheap out on the insole, but the inside, like this tongue, I know it doesn't look like much because it's pretty thin, but the top part is hella nicely padded. The little back I don't know what these things are called, but just a little Achilles cuff or whatever.
Your headrest?
I guess, yeah, that thing's hella padded. And then down below on the sidewall, it's actually hella padded and quilted. I love when they do that. We just talked about the LeBrons, the LeBron 9s, and they had like similar stuff inside. I just really like it when they do a little bit of extra stuff like that, a little bit of sculpting. It just makes this back section of the shoe feel so nice. It's like a nice warm hug right before you go and play basketball and get some buckets.
You win. Perfect.
To piggyback off of your little tangent about time and how the last 2 years is just
Oh, yeah.
so these shoes remind me.
You're actually going to keep that in the video?
I was thinking about it.
You guys should see. You guys should see the stuff that she cuts out. A lot of times when you guys leave a comment, they're like, you should have talked. I did.
Yeah.
It was just gone.
It was me going.
I talk too much.
Sometimes what you get as an 11-minute video was originally 35 minutes, and
Minimum.
not everything can stay, guys.
But that is actually a great reason to join the WearTesters Discord community. What a segue. So not only do we do monthly giveaways, and for Christmas, obviously we do 12 in this month, but these guys are gonna be giving away, this is a Jordan 1 SE, a very good version of the Jordan 1 Mid, and these guys are awesome. If you were interested in these, make sure that you click the link in the description box, so head over to weartesters.com, where you can read all about what it means to be a Discord community member. But not only are the giveaways great, but all that stuff that you think that I don't talk about, you can actually talk to me about in that community. Oh, this has nothing to do with this video.
Okay.
But you guys can even talk to me about really epic stuff like this.
Nerd alert.
What? Like this is the stuff that I really like. So like, not that I don't like shoes, but this is in addition to the shoes. So if you want to talk to me about stuff like this too, come on down, man. Join the Discord. We're about to have a Spider-Man spoiler live chat after we see the movie. I think it's on Sunday.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're interested, come hang out.
Anyways, I needed to look up to double check because these shoes reminded me of a shoe that we've already reviewed. And so I went to go look. We did this video 7 months ago and I was like, what? I thought that was like last month that we did it. But these look like a better looking version, and I'm sure it has to do with the colorway, but a better looking version of the Zion shoe.
That's what they look like. Man, I kept thinking like, what the Yeah, no,
His
you're
is
right.
a big Z instead of the but the color blocking and everything,
Yeah.
very similar.
No, I agree with that. Yeah, they look definitely similar. I couldn't pinpoint it, but yeah, it's that half and half thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely looks kind of like that. Coincidentally, these shoes were designed probably like a year and a half ago.
I bet you they both like
Oh,
in their own
yeah, no,
areas
both of them were, yeah.
designed, and sometimes that happens.
No, not sometimes.
A lot of
times
that
it happens, yeah. So it is what it is. But overall, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. A quick breakdown. Stay tuned, hopefully, for a performance review. I don't love how they fit. I'm gonna try to work with it, but like we'll see. I might end up having to grab another pair. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Again, if you're interested in checking these guys out, they're available now over at ID for Shoes. Link in the description. If you're interested in joining the giveaway or the community, also link in the description. If you were interested in talking about toys and other weird that I'm into, same link. It's in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support, and until next time, guys, have a good one. Is there an albino rhino, or did I totally make that up?
Yeah, the black rhino's been extinct since 2011.
But I didn't talk about a black one. I talked about an albino rhino. Is there an albino rhino somewhere that's about to be extinct? Please tell me I didn't just make up some weird shit.
They're being threatened.
So I was right? Cool.